served, with very, very, very few exceptions. And so I don't leave because I'm running away. I'm leaving because it's time, and because there's time for a new opportunity. But I've got joy, 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 down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got soul-saving joy, down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got God's great joy, down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. You know, that's how I feel. If you want to know what it feels like to get to this point and to feel the type of love that you have shared with me, the type of support that you have given me, then you'll stand up and make a fool of yourself and sing a song. Beyond that, I gotta say that I'm so happy you got a chance to meet some of my family, and you didn't just meet them, okay? If you were with me 34 years ago, you met them then. And if I met you last week, you met them then. And if I met you a few years ago, whenever we met, you met my family. If we shared laughter, you met my brothers and sisters, my mom and dad, because we share laughter. If we prayed together, and I've prayed with many of you, then you've met my mom, my brother, and my sisters, my dad. If we cried, you've met my family, because we've cried together too. You see, all of the emotions that we have felt and shared throughout the years are the same emotions that I have shared with my own family. I've learned how to share those emotions from them, and I share them with you. And so we are all connected. And so when we thank our families, they are actually a part of this 34-year journey. And so I just want to make sure that you understand the importance of my family to me. Because while I'm serving, whether I'm in Kandahar, Afghanistan, or Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, or right here in Maxwell Air Force Base, I'm not at home. And if I'm not at home, then my sister has to make the appointments to take my mom to the doctor, or to go to the hospital and take care of one of my brothers or sisters. You see, we are in this together, and so when I retire and I get these accolades, these are their accolades. These are not mine. I have loved what I've done, but I haven't been there the way that I wish I would have. But they wouldn't let me. They told me to serve. We got this. And so we're all in this together. This is their celebration. And so I just want to make sure that Shirley, Shalicia, Dad, Mom, my brothers and sisters understand that I understand the sacrifices that you all have had to make. And I love you dearly. I want to say to my fellow men and women in uniform, those that have retired and those that are still serving, and I look over and I see two debonair gentlemen that have one traveled from far and the other one maybe a little bit more near. But Command Chief Cameron Kersey, we come a long way. And he's a big wig at Amazon now, and I know he could be doing a whole lot of other things, but he decided to take out his busy schedule to be with me. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Right next to him is somebody just as debonair, okay? Command Chief Morsetti. These are guys that have some very busy schedules, but they decided to stop what they were doing and come. And I said to somebody, said, "Oh, it's such a short notice type of situation. I don't know if you can, pull it all off in time. We got a packed house and a whole lot of family here. And everybody just dropped what they're doing. They decided that for whatever reason, it was important enough for them to be here. And this, we are, Carl, as mentioned, a fairly short notice. He was kind of surprised. But it was an opportunity that I just simply could not pass up. But when I look out and I see, people in the audience, Archie Green, Adrian Williams, former retired Senior Master Sergeant, works in Washington, D.C. now. Sent him a text, told him I was retiring. He immediately started to make his plane reservations. I'll be there. There's no way I'm going to miss this. So thank you, Adrian. You're my brother. Love you too. Then all of my uncles, and I see cousins, uncles, aunts, dad. It's just a family reunion, and it's a beautiful thing. But to my men and women from the 908th FSS, the maintenance group where I served, the LRS, that's my family too, and to all of the extended 908 family, I just want you to know how much I love you and I appreciate you so much. As your superintendent of education and training, I've had the opportunity to see so many of you thrive. You come into the office and we might start talking about the financial benefits of you're going to complete your education, but we end up on that journey with you each and every time. Sergeant Patterson and I have this discussion all the time of what a beautiful thing it is to work in a profession to where you actually are on a journey with hundreds of people at a time as they go through life and try to achieve and accomplish educational objectives, personal objectives, and to really just achieve their career goals. We have been right there with you, and it is a pleasure. Sergeant Patterson mentioned seeing an aircraft up in the sky. She was sitting she was in traffic, and there was a lady with her kid pointing up at one of the airplanes. And as she's looking up there, she's thinking to herself, and the kids, they're just amazed to see the aircraft, and mom is showing the kid the aircraft. And she thought to herself at that light, I was thinking, Sergeant Parker, we actually had something to do with that airplane being in the air. If you're an education and training person, no, you're not flying an aircraft. You're not repairing an aircraft. But we play a part in putting that aircraft in the air, and we play a part in securing the freedom and democracy that this great nation and democracy beyond enjoys. And so I want you all to understand the role that each and every one of you play. And I'm so proud to have served with you. As we go through the process of helping people on those journeys, as Colonel Edge so eloquently stated, there are roadblocks along the way. By the way, Colonel Edge was phenomenal, wasn't he? Yeah. If I had to look into a crystal ball, I would say there is no way that this guy won't be a full bird colonel sometime in the near future. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe the dress can do something about it. But oftentimes, Colonel Edge actually just got promoted to full bird colonel. But in the process of helping people on their journeys, oftentimes we have things that hold us back. What I've found is that we struggle so much with achieving what it is that we want to achieve until we finally break through and we realize one thing. Whatever is holding us back, we're stronger than it. But a lot of times we allow things that are not as strong as us to hold us back. And as I started to think about this process of being held back by things that are smaller and weaker than us, I'm reminded of a story. And I'll tell the story and I'll let you get on your way. I know you don't want to sign out. Okay, it's about that time. Okay, so I'll make it quick. Okay, so there was a little boy. A couple of you may have heard it if you went to one of my classes. There was a little boy that wanted to see an eagle fly. And so he told his mom, hey, Mom, I'd like to see an eagle fly. And so Mom says, okay. She packed him a lunch and sent him on his way, gave him the usual precautionary measures to take. So the little boy journeyed on and went out to a field and started to look to see if he could find an eagle flying. And so after some time, he looked up and he saw an eagle flying. The little boy was so excited. There's this eagle, 9 feet of wings span, flying through the air with grace and power and majesty. The little boy was so excited. All of a sudden, the eagle started to make a descent to the ground. With aim and focus and purpose, did the eagle fly down to the ground. And the little boy was wondering, what's going on? What happened to the eagle? But before he could go find out, the eagle ascended back into the air and continued on this journey of flying with grace and majesty. But a few moments later, the eagle started to topple, fall back down to the ground. Except this time it wasn't with aim and focus and purpose. This time he was falling to the ground. So the little boy was once again curious about what had happened. And he made his way over to the eagle. And there the eagle lay, 9 feet of wings spread to the ground. The little boy got a little bit closer and looked down and saw that the eagle had went down and picked up a weasel. And the weasel had eaten the heart out of the eagle. Now, the weasel couldn't hold the eagle if the eagle wasn't holding it, because the eagle was stronger than the weasel. But he refused to let it go. And so what I often ask some of the people that come through my office, when I find them where they've hit a brick wall and they become discouraged, I've often asked them, have they picked up something that they won't let go of? Because I like to let them know that they are stronger than that which is holding them, and that which is holding them couldn't hold them if they were not holding it. And so I want you to just think about for a moment if there are some weasels that you're holding on to. You might be holding on some weasels of doubt and insecurities. You might be holding on to some weasels of fear. You might be holding on to a weasel boyfriend or a weasel girlfriend. I don't know, whatever your weasel is. Senior Master Sergeant Parker just wants to leave you with this. Drop those weasels. Drop those weasels and get on to do that which you were called to do. Drop those weasels and get on to be who you were called to be. Okay? So I just want you to think about that. And there's one more thing that I want to tell you. I want to tell you that I love you. I love you. I love you. From the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul, I love you. I want to say, may God bless you. May God bless the 908th Airlift Wing, and may God bless the United States of America. Amen. Senior Master Sergeant Parker, out.